of you. This is your Prabhakar and welcome to our channel Dawn of Chemistry. Hope all of you are happy and healthy in your homes. Stay home, stay safe. In my previous video, I have explained about the IUPAC nomenclature, root word, primary suffix and primary prefix and primary suffix I have explained. In this part, I am going to explain about the what is a secondary suffix and what is a secondary prefix, how to choose a functional group and how to choose a substituent, and all we are going to discuss about. Let's get into the details. If you are new to this channel, means subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon for the more updates, and if you like the video, means you can share with your friends. Let us see IUPAC nomenclature. In this thing, let us discuss about the basic skeleton is root word, primary suffix, secondary suffix, primary prefix, secondary prefix. Okay, fine. Already we have discussed about the what is the root word, we have discussed what is primary suffix, we have discussed, and what is primary prefix also we have discussed. Let us discuss about the secondary suffix. This is a little complicated one, and it is very important one. Listen carefully. Secondary suffix gives idea about functional group, that is main functional group. Main functional group present in the compound. So what is this main functional group? Let us see first what is functional group. Functional group means, you can say, what is a functional group means? An atom or group of atoms that decides the nature of organic compound are known as the functional groups. You see, some compounds will be having COOH group, we call them as carboxylic acid. Some will have OH group, we call them as alcohol. Some groups will have CHO, we call them as aldehyde. Some groups will have cyanides, we call them as nitriles. Like that, an atom or group of atoms that decides the nature of organic compound are known as the functional groups. The general functional groups we are having is COOH. Let me tell you what are the functional groups. COOH, SO3H, COO, C double bond O, COOR, COX, where X is equals to fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and then iodine will come. CONH2, CONH, CONH2, C triple bond N, N triple bond C, CHO, C double bond O. OH and H2. C double bond O. This is the order. You have to remember the order as it is. Amine, double bond, and then triple bond will come. So like this, when COOH is there, the functional group name is carboxylic acid. This is sulfonic acid. This one is anhydride. This one is ester, acyl halide, amide, imide, cyanide, isocyanide, aldehyde, ketone, alcohol, amine, alkene, and alkyne will come. So these are the functional groups. So an atom or group of atoms that decides the nature of organic compound is known as a functional group. So in a given organic compound, which functional group is present, that can be identified by using the secondary suffix. So a secondary suffix gives idea about the main functional group present in the compound. And next you see secondary prefix. The secondary prefix gives idea about substituents. What are the substituents? Means groups present on the main chain other than main functional groups are known as the substituents. The main substituents we are having is alkyl substituents we are having, halo substituents we are having, and nitro substituents we are having. Whenever you see these groups, they are considered to be substituents. And then alkoxy we will be having. Alkyl substitute means we represent R, halo means X, nitro means NO2, alkoxy means OR, we will be representing like this. Of course, these also can be considered as functional groups, but they always will not be coming under the secondary suffix. We will write them onto the secondary prefix. Even they are present or they are not present, we will always be writing these alkyl groups, halo groups, nitro groups, and then alkoxy groups as a secondary prefix only. Of course, they are functional groups. We will write them onto the substituents only. Right. Now let us see how to identify what is secondary prefix means, how to give priority order. This is the priority order given by the NCERT, not NCERT, IUPAC gave this order. You have to remember this priority order as it is. But I can tell you one small technique. These are arranged in the oxidation state of carbon atom. You can see COOH. What will be the oxidation state of carbon atom means X minus 4 plus 2 equals to 0 and X equals to plus 2 will come. In cyanide, what will be the oxidation state means X is equals to, here also you can see plus 2 will be coming. But CHO, when there is a CHO, the oxidation state will be 0 will be coming like this. These compounds are arranged in the oxidation states. If you take COOR means it will be X will be coming, minus 4 plus 2 will come. So that's why that is also plus 2 will come. So highest oxidation state of carbon atom means that will be in the top, lowest oxidation state of carbon means that will be in the bottom will be coming. So based on the oxidation state they have mentioned, and based on the electronegativity of the atom attached to it they have mentioned. This is the order you have to remember. Sulfonic acid will be here. Like this we can have the functional groups order. So now let us see secondary suffix. When this functional group is present, if in any compound, it is like you have called some of your relatives to your home for any festival thing. So and in a series you are going to feed them, means if you see you will be having some rows you will be arranging and you will be serving food for them. So you will give priority to whom? Whoever is present in the top, means you will give first priority to the topmost guest, whomever you are calling, or whenever someone is calling into the dais during a function, first you will call the people whoever is the main dignitary. In the same way, on any compound, whenever there are so many functional group, the main dignitary will be carboxylic acid. If this is not there, then this will become the main dignitary. If this is not there, then this will become the main dignitary. So whenever you see to a function, chief minister, home minister, and then MLAs are called. Chief minister, home minister, ministers, and MLAs are called. When all of these are called, the main dignitary will be chief minister. These will be side. If chief minister is absent means home minister will be main dignitary and remaining will be no ones. And but here if home minister also there, not there, then minister will be the main guest and remaining will be the substitute. If this also not there, then this MLAs will be the guest. MLAs also not there means corporators will be the main guest. Like that priority order will be there. Like that you have to see. When let us see carboxylic acid is the main functional group, then we call it as oic acid. This one sulfonic acid. This one anhydride, it is a separate category. I will explain this thing in a special compounds. This one ester is there means alkyl alkanoate will come. Alkyl alkanoate. If acyl halide is there means OL halide. And if amide is there means we call it as amide as it is. If imide is there means we will use imide as it is. Cyanide is there means nitro we will use. Or you can, this is used as nitrile. And isocyanide is there means we will use isonitrile. If aldehyde is there means we will use al. Ketone is there, we will use on. Alcohol is there, we will use ol. Amine is there, we will use amine as it is. Alkene is there. These two already we have discussed under the primary suffix, so there is no problem at all. So now you see, whenever any functional group is there, that can be identified by using the secondary suffix. In any compound, secondary suffix gives idea about the main functional group. If you see, there is a compound already having main functional group, what happens to the remaining means they all becomes substituents. I have already explained how to identify the main chain in a compound. Whenever you are taking a main chain in a compound, that will have main functional group, maximum carbon atoms and maximum substituents. I have given the guidelines also how to select the main chain. After selecting main chain, whatever is present on it, that will become the substituent. So whenever these are substituents, then how to do the problem, sir? That will be coming under the secondary prefix. After identifying the secondary suffix for any compound, then we will go to the secondary prefix, which gives idea about the compounds. If carboxylic acid is present as a substituent means it will become carboxy. If carboxylic acid is present as a substituent, there is one more functional group, ammonium salts are there. Among all the functional groups, the group with highest priority is NH4 plus ammonium salts are there. So in those ammonium salts are present means then all these will become substituent. The highest priority functional group is ammonia. I didn't write here, but majorly we will not encounter compounds with this functional group. So carboxy. Sulfonic acid is there means sulfoxy. Alkyl alkanoate. Always remember C double bond O is carbonyl. OR is there means it is called as alkoxy carbonyl. This one halogen is present, so we call it as halocarbonyl. See, the black I am writing is secondary prefix. The blue I am writing is secondary suffix. And here amide is there. You can call it as aminocarbonyl. Aminocarbonyl. Imide is there means nothing will come. Cyanide is there means we call it as cyano. This one will be isocyano will come. When aldehyde is there means we will use formyl. Keto is there means we will use oxo. Alcohol is there means we will use hydroxy. Amino is there means we will use amino. This one is secondary suffix and secondary prefix will come. Like this, whenever there is an organic compound, identifying the main functional group is very, very important thing. So how to identify that main functional group means, this series you have to by heart. There is no chance for us people. The simple thing you can do is you can find the oxidation states of them and you can understand them. So like that I can have you that thing. Otherwise there is a small mnemonic for you people. I will upload that thing under the mnemonics heading is there, that you study means easily you can remember this order. So this is about the what is a secondary suffix and what is a secondary prefix. Always, except main functional group, all other groups will become the secondary prefixes. So like this we can study about the IUPAC nomenclature. Have a glance look on this thing. So with this we had idea on what is root word, what is primary suffix, what is primary prefix, what is secondary suffix and what is secondary prefix. The next thing is selection of main chain is over. Let us go to the numbering or giving position to the locus point. That is very, very important thing. Have a look on this. Hope you have gone through this thing. So in the naming of the thing, two things we have calculated. So the series, the first one is identify main chain. So we have identified the main chain and we have identified the functional groups and all. And the second one is locus points. Right name. So these are the main things. So we have identified the main chain. I have given guidelines in the part 1. Now let us see the locus points. What is a locus point and how to give numbering for this one. What is locus point means? Position of main functional group and position of substituents on main chain is locus point. So position of main functional group or position of substituents on the main chain is a locus point. If you see the functional groups, these functional groups are two types are there, that is terminating functional groups and non-terminating functional groups. Terminating functional groups means the carbon present in the functional group or the functional group carbon will end with that one. So if you take functional groups like COOH, COOR, CONH2, CHO, C double bond O, COCl and all. If you take this kind of functional groups and then CN, so these kind of functional groups, with them only the compound will end. That's why they are known as terminating. Non-terminating functional groups are OH, SH and then NH2 will be coming. And these kind of functional groups are known as the non-terminating functional group. So be careful with this thing also. Now let us see the guidelines to write the locus points. The first one is always numbering starts from. always numbering starts from high priority functional group. This is very important one. The first priority we have to give that is you have to start numbering from the high priority functional group, irrespective of lowest sum of locus points or lowest set of locus points or maximum chains or that and all, no need for us. If highest priority functional group is there, from there we have to start numbering. Or low locus point for high priority functional group. Let us take for example CHO, NH2, OH and CH3. This you see, we know very well that among all the functional groups, I have explained already how to draw the bond line structures. Mainly during doing this IUPAC nomenclature, I prefer to do this bond line structure. Then it will be very easy for you to, and it will consume your time. So that's why I prefer this thing. So high priority functional group is this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Others and all we don't bother about it all. See this thing, another compound is this one. CHO, COOH, NH2O, CH3. This compound is there. You have to start numbering from CHO is there and COOH is there. You have to start numbering from high priority functional group. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will come. So like this, always numbering starts from high priority functional groups. Second one, always numbering starts from high priority functional group. If it's not there, or if numbering is same on both sides, if it's not there or if numbering is same on both sides, option A, if number of carbon atoms less than 10, this is one condition. If it's not there or if its numbering is same on both sides. Let us take this one, COOH, CH3, NH2. This one, or there is a compound like, this is not possible. I will come to this thing. Hope you have taken down this thing. This one is there. So this condition you see, this side you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From this side you number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. So here you see, if you number from this side 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. From this side you number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. For this one 2, 3, 4, 5, CH2, CH3, 4, 5, 6 will come. From this side you number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will come. Like this, if high priority functional group is present, means there is no confusion that you will number from the high priority functional group side. But if it is like from whatever side you number, here also high priority functional group is there, you have to start from this side. Here also it is there, you can start from this side. Or here nothing is there, you have to start. But here amino is there, so amine will get the highest priority, remaining will get the substituent priority. So for this side, amine is a functional group, so 3 is coming. High priority should come for amino. So 3. This is not terminating functional group also. If it is terminating means we will start from here only. Since it is not terminating, from this side you will see. Here nothing is there, you can do. So when this kind of conditions are there, number of atoms is less than 10, we go for lowest sum of locus points. Lowest sum of locus points. What is this lowest sum of locus points means? We will find the locus points. In this side numbering, what is the locus points means? 1, 2, 4. This side you number means 1, 2, 4. I will write here so you get no confusion. 1, 2, 4. From this side you number means what is coming on this thing? 1, 3, of course 1, 2, 4, 6. 1, 3, 5, 6 will come. So from this side you will number and you will write the locus points. From this side you will number and you will write the locus points and you will sum them. What will be coming? 13 will come. In this case 15 will come. So lowest sum of locus points means this is the numbering accepted for this compound. So whenever the number of carbon atoms is less than 10, then we go for the lowest sum of locus points. If it is greater than 10, there is another issue. Here you see, for this one, what you have to go for numbering means, from this side you see 2, 3, 5. 2, 3, 5. From this side you number means what is coming? From this side you number means 2, 4, 5. So which is maximum? 2, 3, 5 means 10 will come. 5, 11 will come. So which is proper numbering means this is the proper numbering. Like this, whenever high priority functional group is present means we will continue numbering from starting from the high priority functional group. If there is ambiguity or if it is coming same or if there is absence of the high priority functional group means we will number from both the sides and we will number as per the lowest sum of locus points. We will go for lowest sum of locus points. If sum is same, let me tell you this example. See, these compounds are there if sum is same. Number from this side means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 2, 5. Number from this side means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it will be 2, 5. So from both sides it is coming same. In this case 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 3, 4, 5. From this side you number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you start numbering means 3, 4, 5. In both the cases numbering is coming same. When numbering is coming same, you have to number in such a way that alphabetical order will get the first priority. Alphabetical order will get the first priority. Here chlorine, 2 chloro, 2 bromo. Which gets first priority? Chlorine, it comes later in alphabetical order. Bromine comes first in alphabetical order. So this one will come. So this is the priority. In this case, you see ethoxy and methoxy is there. Methyl is mediator is there. Ethoxy comes first or methoxy comes first means ethoxy comes first. So we will number like this. So this is the rules. So whenever we are giving locus points to that one, high priority will be given first priority. If that is not there, then lowest sum of locus points we will follow if number of carbon atoms is less than 10, because if it is more than 10, initially we used to follow the lowest set of locus point, lowest sum of locus points even for more than 10 also, but that is leading to so much time consuming, so they went to the lowest set of locus points. So this is one thing. If sum is coming same means we will go for alphabetical order. The one which is first in lowest alpha, which comes first in alphabetical order, that will be given first priority. So 2 5 is given, and for this thing 3 4 5 is given. Right, that is the thing. If number of carbon atoms is greater than 10, if number of carbons is greater than 10, then what we have to do means we should go for lowest set of locus points. We should go for lowest set of locus points. How to see means, so for this thing, if you can number means from this side you can number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. From this side you number means it will come as 1 2 3 4 5 6 and 8 9 10 11 12. From this side the set of locus points will be what means 2 comma 3 comma 6 comma 7 comma 10 will come. 2 comma 3 comma 6 comma 7 comma 10 will come. From this side you number means this will be 3 comma 6 comma 7 comma 10 comma 11 will come. So here you see it starts locus point with 2, it starts locus point with 3, so automatically there is no need to find sum or anything. Simply you can go for this thing. So 2 will be the first priority, so you can continue like this. And another example let me give you. So for these two are there. Now you see numbering means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 11 will come. This numbering is 3 comma 10 will come. From this side you number means 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. This side numbering will be 2 comma 9 will come. So this will be given first priority. Here this will not be given. Like this you can see. And one more thing you see, so if you see this compound here, it is following lowest sum also. But this compound, if you observe number from this side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So the set of locus points will be 3, 4, 10 will come. From this side you number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. From this side it will be 2, 8, 9 will come. So now you see here 3, 4, 10 means sum will be 17. Here 9, 8, 2 will be 19. Which will be preferred means this will be preferred. So like this, whenever there is lowest sum of locus points rule is there, when it is less than 10 carbons. When it is more than 10 carbons means we will go for lowest set of locus points. Like this we can give numbering. These are the major challenges during giving the numbering to the compound. So like this, when high priority functional group is there, automatically you can give numbering to them as it is. If low priority functional groups are there, or if they are not present means when less than 10 are there means lowest sum of locus points we follow. If lowest sum is the same means we give numbering to the alphabetical order, numbering will come. If it is more than 10 means we go for the lowest set of locus points thing. Like this we can number these compounds. Right. Next, bicyclo compounds and spiro compounds are there. I will make a separate video on these bicyclo, spiro and then exceptional compounds. In IUPAC nomenclature 3 I will put those things and I will explain. So like this we can number the compounds. Have a look on these things and we will do some example problems and I will then close this thing. We have discussed what are the main things and how to go through the IUPAC nomenclature of a compound, what are the rules to write the nomenclature, and let us dive into the writing names of the compounds. Hope you have taken these things. Let us see, I will give 10 compounds, I will explain how to write the names of the compounds. So whenever you are writing IUPAC nomenclature, main chain is over, locus points over. Next, order of writing. So order of writing means when substituents are there, how to write them means substituents always written in alphabetical order. Substituent always written in alphabetical order. If the substituent is repeated more than one time, 2 substituents are there means bi, 3 are there means tri, 4 means tetra, 5 means penta, 6 means hexa, 7 means hepta, 8 means octa, 9 means nona will be coming, 10 means deca will come. So the same prefixes we will use for number of times repetition. If 2 methyl groups are present in the compound means we call it as dimethyl will come. Sorry, not bi, di. If 3 are there means tri will come. 4 are there means tetra will be coming. Like that we can see. If main functional group more than once, if main functional group repeated. When main functional group is repeated means if carboxylic acid groups are 2 are there, aldehyde groups are 2 are there, OH groups are 2 are there, then what we have to do means 2 are there means di will come, 3 are there means tri will be coming. Like that we can continue. Like this we can see. Let me tell you the examples of compounds. So let us see these compounds and how to write the names. As I told you, the first step is identify main chain. Main chain will have the high priority functional group. If that is not there, here it is, see, main chain will be this one, and that should have maximum number of carbon atoms. Here also it should have maximum number of carbon atoms, and main functional group should be present. In this case also, this will be the main chain. After identifying main chain, give the numbering locus point. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Because it is C2H5, so CH2, CH3 will come. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are there. In this case, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. Like this we can number. Here I have taken examples in such a way that there will be no further complications. Already I have given the complications during the example step. Now write the names. Root word is hex. Single bonds are there, A. Carboxylic acid is there, oic acid. There is no cyclo, only substituents are there. 2-methyl, 4-amino, 5-bromo. Amino, bromo, methyl. Which comes first in alphabetical order means amino. So 4-amino, 5-bromo, 2-methyl will come. So completely you have to club all these things. So when you club all these things, the name of the compound will become 4-amino, 5-bromo, 2-methyl hexanoic acid. When two are there, you can remove one thing. When two vowels are side by side means you can remove one of the vowels. So hexanoic acid. Like this you can write this. Always remember, between number and name a hyphen should be there. Between different functional groups, commas should be present. For this one you see 9 are there. 9 means known. All single bonds are there. A. Aldehyde is there. All. Remaining all becomes substituent. So what will be substituent? Amino substituent is there, hydroxy substituent is there, and then methyl substituent is present. So you can write it as 3-amino, 4-hydroxy, 7-methyl nonal will come. Finished. H first and methyl will be later. Next, this one. Hexane, 2 carboxylic acids are present, so dioic acid, and where they are present means 1 and 6 position, so 1, 6. What are the substituents means? Amine is there, ethyl is there, and then methyl is there. You can write a complete name like 5-amino, methyl and ethyl, which comes first means ethyl comes first. 4-ethyl, 3-methyl. If you see numbering from both sides, it will be same only will come. Here 3, 4, 5 is there. 3, 4, 5. From this side locus points will be different, right? This is 6 will come. From this side you number means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 will come. 2, 3, 4. Lowest sum is coming. So you can number from this side. 2-amino, 3-ethyl, 4-methyl, 1, 6 hexane dioic acid. This one amide we are taking. So amide we are taking means the number will become from this side you start numbering means substituents will be methoxy, methyl, nitro is there. 2 nitros are there. Methoxy, methyl, methoxy, nitro. Which comes first means methyl comes first. So methyl methoxy. Meth, Y is there, oxy is there. So 4 methoxy 2,6 dimethyl 3,5 dinitroheptanamide. So see, you can see dimethyl is there. You should come write it first, right? We should not di and tri or tetra. We will not consider them into alphabetical order. We will only consider the remaining things only into the alphabetical order. Like this, whatever the IUPAC name they give you, you can write the compound structure easily. Always try to follow this order. Easily you can do the IUPAC nomenclature problems. Main chain, locus points, order of writing. These three you have to consider, and the IUPAC table you should know. You can do any problem. You can do. That is the thing regarding this IUPAC nomenclature. This is about the organic IUPAC nomenclature part 2. In part 3, I will explain about the bicyclo compounds naming, spiro compounds naming, and some exceptional compounds are there. When terminating functional groups are more than 2 are there. Up to 2 means you can do easily. But whenever 3, 4 are there means there is a different procedure you have to follow. I will explain those things in the part 3 case. Thank you.